crafty friends, it's Kelly here with Kelly Crafts It All. Today I thought I would bring to you a project that's been inspired by many on YouTube, and the last one I had seen was one by, I think it's Louise Beauregard. She had it in Cricut, and I thought, oh, I like that, but not everybody has Cricut. And I've been doing, quite a bit of Cricut things, but today I'm going to show you how to make this box. Now, this box was inspired by her, and then there's many other ones on YouTube. But it's like this. But what it does is it will fold flat. You can fold that up, fold that, and make a bunch up if you wanted to. Put them in, bags or foil folders and stick them in your stash. And then when you're in need for a quick box, you could just grab one and pop one out. You could make them for birthdays, Christmas, and like today, I'm going to go ahead and make one for Easter. But then when you're ready to fill your box up, just pop it out and flip the top over. And mine has a magnet. You can use magnets or you can use Velcro, dots, whatever makes you happy. I didn't decorate the bottom of mine, but you can if you'd like. But I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. So if you're wanting to see how we do that, stay tuned and we'll make it. Okay, so what do I have? I have a bunch of stuff. I had pre-cut a Happy Easter. Now, this I did on Cricut, but if you have dies, you can do it with die cuts. Your dies. Set that aside because we're not even ready for that. And there's some tape. And I did mine all in 9.5 or 8.5 by 11 cardstock. And I think I used 3 sheets. And then you'll have your designer series paper, which mine took 3 sheets because I printed out my own. And the paper that I'm using is this. I thought it was really cute. And this is on Creative Fabrica. If you look up, I'll link it down below. I pay a membership fee, so I can download and use whatever I want. So, first off, what we're going to do is get out a scoreboard, and don't mind my scoreboard. It needs a washing. I need to run it through the dishwasher. It's how I clean mine. I just stick it in the dishwasher. So you have one sheet that is the 8.5 by 11. And what you're going to do is you're going to put this in your scoreboard, and you're going to score at 1.5 inches on all 4 sides. So you're going to score that, and then just rotate it. Score it at 1.5 again. So we're just rotating and scoring at 1.5 each time. Okay? So when we're done with that one, this is the main box part. You can get your ruler, and you'll see that you have a corner. If you can see that. You have a little corner, and you're going to score that on the diagonal. So you can get your ruler out, and I like to use my smaller end of my stylus, and I'm going to put that right in the corner where that square starts, and then put it up towards the top corner, and then make a score. Or you can do like I did, and I have that marked there on the 6th. I just stuck my stylus on that little point when I did the fat end, and I found the ridge. I would put it there, and then I just went up like that. You can do it that way, or you could, like I said, do it with a ruler, and you're going to do that on all 4 corners. Okay. Now we're just going to fold and burnish all of our score lines. Now you can use your bone folder if you'd like, and Okay, then the corners, you want the corners, if this is the inside of the box, you just want to fold them corners back. Because what you want them to do is to meet up on the side, like that. So you just take them, and I find it easier just to grab it, push it with my finger, and then fold it. Just like that. And then if you want, you can, I just lay mine, and then I'm going to hit it with my bone folder. Oh, and I got off a little bit, but that's alright. And that is that. So we're done with that part for right now. We're going to set that aside. Let's see. Okay, the next piece you're going to need will be an 8.5 by 9 inch sheet of cardstock. You're going to lay this in your scoreboard on the 9-inch side, and you're going to score at 1/2 of an inch. That's not what I use. You're going to score at 1/2 inch, 2 inches, and 7.5. And then you'll need another piece of cardstock that measures 8.5 by 7. We're going to lay that in on the 7-inch side, and you're just going to score at 1.5 inches. And that will be all the scoring you should have to be doing. So now you can just go ahead and, this is going to be the lid. So this will be your front. So this is your lid. The 8.5 by 7-inch piece is the lid. And then this is going to make up, it's the what surrounds the box. And this is your 8.5 by 9. So let's get the 8.5 by 9 out. Let's fold up those edges. Burnish them all up. One more here. So, okay, so this is how this is going to go. And then this is going to sit inside of here. So you want to make sure that all your score lines match up, and that you have equal amount on the sides. So you should have about, I don't know, about 1/4 of an inch on either side. So when you've got that, we will be gluing this inside of this. So I need to find my glue. There it is. My glue. And what I like to do is take the front part of it. Well, we need to, before we do that, we need to glue this. So you're going to lay these in here flat. And these corner pieces that are towards the fold. So you have the little triangle, and then the fold, and then your 1.5 inch there. That is all you're going to glue. Do not glue the whole square, or it will not pop open. So we're going to do that, and I just got a little too much glue. And do that on all 4. On 4 corners here. Now, I should have just went ahead and glued them all. And if my stuff comes out a little crooked or not glued very nicely, take your time and do it right. I usually have my head like right down on my projects, but when I'm filming, I'm trying not to get my head all up in y'all's way. mine's further apart. Okay, so we got those down. And let those dry just for a second. So you might want to do that while you're scoring this, cutting this and scoring this, so that has a minute to dry. So then after I glue those corners down, I take glue on this 1.5 inch area. I run my glue. If you want to use double-sided tape, that's up to you. I'm going to lay this in here. Try to keep that folded up. Maybe I'll just open it up. Okay. And I'm going to lay this in here and try to make sure I've got my edges, the side pieces, as even as I can get them. That looks pretty good. And then I like to just glue this front part down, making sure I'm even on the top. And give that a good burnish. Then that way it's all centered and everything. So now all I have to do is just, I can just fold this back and add glue to the bottom. And to the other side there. And you're just going to lay that out. Make sure that folds over. Got glue. Okay, I have to shake that off. And then you can really burnish that down, or if you have a brayer, you can get your brayer out. That's what I like to use. Just really get it pushed down in there. Okay. So now we have this, and I'm gonna let that dry just for a few minutes before I go trying to fold it. Now this is the lid, and the lid is gonna attach where we have the 1/2 inch piece. I just have to flip it over, and then here's the lid, and that's gonna butt right up to the fold. Don't go over your score line or it won't fold. And I'm just going to add glue. Lay this down, and I'm just going to line that up. Like I said, you don't want to go past your score line, just up to it. And just make sure you have it all lined up as best as you can. And then we should be able to fold that up. Just kind of train that paper to go where you want it to. Give it a good. And there we have that. And then you have your lid, which will go over the box like so. Now, if you're going to use magnets, this is where you might want to get ready to put some magnets in. If you're using the Velcro dots, you can wait till you decorate it completely. But what I have to decorate with is I'm going to start with my front flap here, because I want to put a little finger notch in there. So what I like to do is get my paper. If it's directional, make sure you're got it directional. Now before I even glue this, I'm going to lay this in here. Make sure my sides are where I want it to be. Then I'm going to scoop my paper all the way to the bottom. I'm going to get my punch. Now this is only the smallest punch I own. And before I do that, I like to make a little mark for center so that I'm not completely out of whack. Now I need to put it on this part, not so I just measure and mark the center, or if you want, you can just fold it like so. Don't crease the whole thing, but just give yourself a little pinch right there. Don't mind my husband's phone going off. He's got to work this afternoon, so he's laying down, so I'm not waking him up to answer a phone. So then I'm going to, like I said, line that. Okay, line this all up. Make sure you're even on your edges. Line that up to the bottom. And then I get my paper punch. And that's why I have those little marks on it, so I know where my center is. And then just punch it. And then I'll get the other one. And I'm going to lay that in there like so. And make it even. Or if you want, you can even just take this now. Lay it down. Line it up. And just take your... I can hardly see this. It'd help if I had my glasses on too, but I didn't grab them. And then just, you see where your pencil mark is, and you can just lay that in your punch. And just give it a little punch. And then that one will go on the inside. But the reason I do it that way is when I go to line this up with my box, I have a nice edge there without having to try to guesstimate where I'm supposed to be punching. Now you can ink your edges and do whatever you would like to do. Oh, and these are, oh, I don't think I told you, these are 1 1/4 by 8 1/4, and you'll need 4 of those. So 1 1/4 by 8 1/4. And then I'm going to get my glue. And I'm going to put that one down here. Like so. Okay. Now I know I want to use a magnet, so I have 2 magnets. And before I put any more paper on, I'm going to get my magnet. And I have some double stick tape. And I'm just going to stick it. I'm just sticking on my magnet like that. And I put this where I want it. I'm going to stick this up there. Like so. Kind of centered. Then I'll take another piece of tape. And I'm going to lay it sticky side up. And let that magnet find its way. I'm just going to readjust my tape now, because since I know. And I'll lay this like this, and I'm going to fold my box down how I want it to go. And I'm just going to, well, and if that don't work, because usually if it's, I'll just put a little glue on my magnet. And then fold this down to fold how you want, and I'm just going to push that like so. And now I see I have a little blue residue there, and now I can just pop this off, lay this flat, and put this right back where the glue was. And then I always like to test it, make sure before I go gluing all my papers on. Yep, she holds. So she's good to go. Okay, then all we have left to do is to put the papers on it and decorate it. So we'll go to do that. I did 4 because I put one here, and one here, and then one on the back here. And then you'll have the 2 sides, so those are a little bit shorter. But it's not a big deal. So now okay, so now I'm going to come in here and glue this one on, now that I got my magnet placed. Now, if you're not using the magnets, you can just go ahead and glue all your papers down and then put your Velcro dots on later. But I don't have any Velcro dots that work. Well, I have some bigger ones, but I wasn't too fond of the bigger one. I like the smaller ones, but my smaller ones, I got them, well, it's not straight at all. I got them from Temu, and they stink. They are awful. They'll stick one time, and the minute you open them, that is the end. That is the end of their sticking. Okay, so we got those on. Now you're going to need, let me see here. Okay, 2 of these that measure 5 1/4 by 8 1/4. So you need 2 of those. And this one's going to go in here. Like that. All right. Whoop. No, I don't have enough glue there, so when I figure I don't have enough, do the old Leo trick from Dreaming Tree. SVGs, he just gets a piece of paper and he puts glue on it, runs it up under there, and calls it painting it on, and then you can smush it down. Oh, right there, that's better. Okay, and now if we want to just continue onto the inside here, we'll need an inside bottom that is 7 7/8 by 5 3/8. And you're going to go 7 7/8 this way, 5 3/8 this way. And then that's going to go in here. Just decorating this part while I've got it open. And you'll just need one of those. And just tuck it in there. Open that box up. That, so then we have that. Then I have these 2 pieces. These are 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. You need 2 of those. And those are going to go right here. Just so when your box is, you know, like this, it looks nice on the edges. So it looks a little more finished. You don't have to, but I just thought it made it look pretty. Make sure I'm right side up. I'm just gonna glue that one down there. And I'm turning around towards me so I can see, and I'm gonna put the other one. Like I said, these are 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. just about glued him upside down. And we have that. Now you can, if you want to get wild and decorate all that, you can. I didn't. Now I'm going to flip this one. And I have this front piece here. Furnish that a little bit better so it will stick. And I'm going to find I'm gonna put that on the front, and then this is the, don't mind my measurements, I had it marked because so I would be able to tell you what size to cut what. And then this is your top part there, and then we have another one of these that's the 1 1/4 by 8 1/4. Boy, I can't get this paper put straight today for some reason. I think that's a little bit better. When I get my braille out, it's better for larger sections. And now I can just erase that off the bottom. And if you want to decorate the bottom, you can. And there, that is our flat fold box. And I see I'm missing some glue. The glue's getting low. I need to refill my bottle. That's where that magnet is. There we go. That's better. And then you just pop it open. Snap it shut with your either Velcro dot or your magnet. And then you can just decorate it however you want. And I have these, like I said, I cut out on my Cricut and I just backed it up or put some foam tape on them. There, okay. I didn't want to have to make you painstakingly sit there and watch me undo those. I'm just going to fold this down again because it's kind of popping up. There we go, that's better. And then I have my happy and my Easter, and like I said, you can decorate this to the nines or, you know, just some simple. I think I'm just going to do this like this. Just pop that up like that, and you have a flat box that will be a dimensional box. Like I said, you know, since you've got it all done, if you want, you can flatten that like that, put that down there, and you and your magnet will hold it shut, and you can stack these, put them in something. You may want to leave your decorations off, you know, until you're ready to do the box, but you just pop it open and you can fill it up with as many goodies as you would want. Anyhow, that is my flat fold box. And that is it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. And like I said, this was inspired by Louise Beauregard on Cricut and many other YouTubers out there that has built the flat boxes. You can make these in various sizes. If you would like to see some other sizes, let me know down in the comments, and I'll surely come back and make some other sizes for you. That is what I brought to you today, so I hope you enjoyed that, and I will catch you all on the next one. I don't know what I've got coming up. I don't know. I'll figure out something. All right, guys, you guys take care. Stay safe. Remember, I love each and every one of you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.